Cheevo, guys!
What up, guys? This is
Cheevo, guys!
back here again with another video. Today, we're going to be doing an achievement breakdown on NBA 2K Playgrounds 2. This game has 3 achievements and it offers 1000 gamer score. Overall, it's going to take anywhere from 15 to 25 hours. It is skill dependent. 2 of the achievements specifically are pretty difficult, but technically, if you are really beast at the game, you can get this game done pretty quickly. This game is really awesome. I would compare it to NBA Jam. It's the modern day NBA Jam. The game is developed by Saber Interactive. The original one actually got delisted, and the second one ended up getting picked up by 2K Games. So now it is NBA quote-unquote 2K Playgrounds. Which makes sense. I suppose it was probably really expensive for Saber Interactive to maintain those NBA licenses. Hopefully 2K will release playground versions of NFL and WWE as well. I definitely see it coming as they purchased the license for NFL and they said it wasn't going to be a simulation game. So more than likely it's going to be an arcade style NFL game. Anyhow, let's go ahead and dive into these achievements. So the way I usually do these achievement breakdowns is I start off with the achievements that I got first. So the first achievement I got was the Amateur Collector achievement for buying 1 pack of any kind. Now the packs that you get when you start the game do not count. You actually need to save up to buy your first pack. When you're ready to buy your first pack, you go to get packs on the main menu. You're going to find a couple different packs here. I recommend going all the way to the right to the player packs. You have to use the basketball currency to buy these ones. The bronze player pack is definitely going to be the cheapest at 1500 basketballs. Versus all of the packs over to the left are for different cosmetics, quartz, things like that, and you actually have to use the gold coins for those, which are a lot harder to collect, unless you purchase them, of course, but we're not going to be purchasing any DLC or microtransactions. After you've played enough games to earn yourself 1500 basketballs, you can go ahead and buy yourself a bronze pack. In my case, I had enough to buy a gold pack. I recommend buying gold packs if you can, just because you're eventually going to need good players to play this season on NBA difficulty and to win the 3-point contest. However, depending what you want to prioritize, you do get an achievement for buying 25 packs. So obviously that's going to be easier if you buy the cheapest packs, which are the bronze packs. Next up, we're going to have the Fashionista achievement for 50 gamer score. This one is for suiting up a player with a vanity item. This is basically just swapping a cosmetic on your player. Once you apply a cosmetic on your player, you're going to pop the achievement for 50 gamer score. So what you do is you go over to the cards collection and you have to pick a player that you own. In my case, I'm going to go over to the Cavaliers and I'm going to go ahead and edit LeBron James. So you press A on the player to customize them, and then you have all of these different cosmetic categories. All you need to do is go over to one of the cosmetic categories. You get a swag pack by default when you start the game, so you're going to own a couple cosmetics. Just make sure you apply one of them to your character and you're going to pop that achievement. That one's nice and easy and you get it at the beginning of the game. Next, we have the Avid Collector achievement. I mentioned that earlier. It's for buying 25 packs of any kind. If you're in it for the long run to get this full completion or a platinum trophy, this is one that's going to come naturally. Eventually, you're going to buy 25 packs. However, if you want to do it the easiest and cheapest way, you're going to need to buy 25 packs at $1,500 a pop. So you're going to need a total of 37,500 basketball currency. That is the minimum amount you'll need to buy 25 bronze packs. After that, we have the In the Zone achievement. This is for activating a hot streak by scoring 4 consecutive shots. Again, this is something that you should probably end up getting naturally. This is for making 4 shots in a row with the same player. So the computer can score in between your shots, however your teammate cannot. So in my case, I was playing with LeBron James and Allen Iverson. I just made sure that I scored 4 times in a row with LeBron James. Again, this is probably going to come naturally, but that's the In the Zone achievement for 50 gamer score. Alright, and next we have the alley-oop achievements. The first one is the one-man team achievement for scoring 20 self alley-oops. So I actually made a video on this achievement. It talks a lot more in specifics on how to get it and how to practice this method, but I can go ahead and cover it just in a short little summary. So basically what you do is you hold right trigger and A at the same time to throw yourself up a self alley-oop, and then you have to hold X and let go of X when it's in the green in the shooting meter. We're going to need to execute 20 of these total. It's definitely easier if you just do it against the second controller in an exhibition match. Again, I have a video guide on this one, so make sure to check that one out. Next, we have the Aerial Assist Acrobat achievement for scoring 20 double alley-oops. So to get this achievement, it's very similar. I also have a video on this one training you guys on how to do double alley-oops. But basically what you do is you hold left trigger to call for alley-oop. Your partner is going to jump up in the air. You're going to pass it with the A button. and then before he dunks it, you want to press A again to pass it. It's going to pass it back to the player that originally threw the alley-oop, and then you're going to hold X to dunk it. It's really good to know how to do these double alley-oops because it really helps in season mode. The next achievement is going to be the intensive training achievement for improving one legendary player to gold level. So what you have to do is you have to find one of your players that you've been awarded in player pack, and they're going to have a legend icon above them. We need to take one of these legendary players and we need to keep playing with them. As you play with players, you upgrade them. They start off as a bronze, then they upgrade to silver, and then they upgrade to gold. At that point, you would get your intensive training achievement for upgrading a player to gold level. Personally, I decided to upgrade LeBron James to gold level. Next, we have what I would consider the second hardest achievement in the game. This is the sniper achievement for scoring 33 or more points in a single round of 3-point contest. So basically, you have 35 points available. You can only miss 2 of the shots throughout the whole 3-point contest, and they cannot be any of the special shots that are worth 3 points. They have to be a regular basketball. I also made a video guide on how to get this achievement, or at least how to set yourself up for success to try to get it the easiest. Number 1 tip would be, don't try this with a player anything less than a 75 rating in the 3-point stat. Only about 0.5% of people have that achievement. That one is definitely a hard one, takes really good timing. Next, we have the moving on up achievement for reaching the playoffs in an NBA season for the first time. You should get this naturally. I recommend playing the NBA season on the easiest difficulty to start off, because we have to play the NBA season twice anyway, because we have to play it once in each conference. So I recommend playing it once on easy and then playing once on the NBA season difficulty, which is the hardest difficulty. You just want to make sure that when you play both times that you play in opposite conferences, because there is an achievement for completing the NBA season in both conferences. Alright, and next we have the Sweat and Tears achievement for 100 gamer score. This is for reaching level 50. It looks like only 1% of players have this achievement. I also released a video guide for this one. There's a turbo method that you can use to grind this out. You just have to leave it on over 2 nights. That is if you have a turbo controller. If you don't have a turbo controller, I also recommend another method, but it requires you to keep an eye on your console pretty much every minute. So if you're looking for a way to grind to level 50, make sure to check that video out. Pretty much you just set up a 3-point contest because you get points even when you lose one. And so the turbo controller just presses A after every contest and it just restarts it and loops it. So you just gain a little bit of XP every time until you eventually level up to level 50. Alright, and next we have the last 2 achievements that I was awarded after completing the NBA season on NBA difficulty. The first was the Coast to Coast achievement for winning the NBA season with 1 team from each conference. So the first time I played in the Eastern Conference, and then the second time on the hardest difficulty I played in the Western Conference. Now, in effort to save yourself a ton of time, I recommend using the cloud save trick for the NBA season difficulty. This is because this difficulty is actually really hard, and more than likely you're not going to be able to beat it in 1 try. So what I recommend doing is the cloud save trick, in effort to avoid any losses. I also made a video guide for this one, but I'll go ahead and break down the cloud save trick real quick for you guys. So if you lost a game, or if you're just getting off to a bad start, what you can do is you can press the guide button. You want to press menu on NBA Playgrounds, and then you want to go down to manage game and add-ons. Once you get there, you want to go down to saved data. You want to go to your profile, and you want to go to delete saved data. After that, you want to make sure that you press delete off console only. Do not press delete everywhere, only delete from console. After you've done that, you can go ahead and restart the game, and it's not going to recognize that loss. I highly recommend that you use this cloud save trick to avoid any losses in the NBA season difficulty, because it's not worth it having to play through this over and over again. The season is 22 games long if you make it all the way to the finals. 14 games in the regular season, and then 8 games in the playoffs. Personally, I use Steph Curry and Kevin Durant to beat it on NBA difficulty, but ultimately use whoever you'd like. I just recommend having a good point guard or shooting guard, and then a good big man that'll be able to dunk it or catch alley-oops. Personally, this ended up taking me about 20 hours to get my full completion. I did end up getting the full 1000 gamer score. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments, and make sure to check out the individual video guides for each of these achievements. As always, I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment, and don't forget to like and subscribe.